Hey, welcome to Module 5. Hey, we're here. Oh, this is Module 5 of my Love, Laugh, Holistic Living collection. I hope you're enjoying it. I sure am. So in Module 5, we're going to talk about alternative medicine for overall health and wellness. So, of course, I'm not going to cover everything that's available, but I'm going to just talk about a few of the simple things that are easily incorporated. Let me just put it that way. I only want to bring in things that are easy to incorporate in your life because I don't want to cause more stress and overwhelm. We talked about that in module 1, that take it slow, baby steps, just one thing at a time until you get used to it. Sometimes that's going to take you a couple of days. Sometimes it's going to be a couple of weeks. It could be a couple of months, but don't beat yourself up about it. Just take the baby steps and incorporate one thing at a time. And over time, you're going to be noticing huge, huge changes. So let's get into module 5. Share my screen. Okay, living holistically, alternative medicine for overall health and wellness. I'm sure you know by now that I'm Tami Jersey Roberts. I am a certified functional nutrition counselor, and I've told you bits and pieces of my story throughout these 5 modules. Alternative medicine is always something that I've been just completely fascinated with. And I love herbs and oils and anything natural, massage and walking outside. I mean, I actually just went outside in between recording videos and walked for 10 minutes, just soaked up that sunshine, and I'm feeling pretty good right now. So it's kind of amazing how that can just lift you up and restore your energy. And okay, let's talk about some simple alternative medicine. And so what you can expect, how to use essential oils in your daily life, natural remedies for chronic pain. A lot of people are suffering with chronic pain. And why grounding, a little bit more on grounding, is essential to living holistically. So let's dig in, no pun intended, with earthing, about how using herbs and essential oils and, getting acupuncture, meditation, mindfulness. I mean, all of this benefits your holistic lifestyle. Again, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor or I'm not a mental health professional, and I can't be liable for any information that's here. The information I'm providing is just meant to help you overcome stress, burnout, overwhelm. If you need medical assistance, please seek help from your doctor, medical professional, your mental health professional, especially before you make major changes. And I mentioned this in the last module too, and maybe a couple other ones, that if you are taking prescribed medications, when you start incorporating these methods to reduce your stress and you start eating cleaner, the dosage levels of your medications may change. And this is going to require you to, speak with your doctor about it so that, they can adjust dosages. And maybe even in some cases, you don't even need that medication anymore. And over time, I believe that can be true for a lot of people. I no longer take any medications on my doctor's approval. because I've learned other ways to deal with the things that were going on with me. And I would say 90% of everything that I was diagnosed with 12 years ago is completely gone now because I've learned how to manage my emotional health better. I'm not going to say I'm perfect at it. And I've learned how to manage my stress. And those are huge, huge, huge if you want to lose weight, if you're dealing with blood sugar issues. Stress can make your blood sugar just go out of control and a lot of other things. So, and like I mentioned before too, stress can help you hold on to weight. Your body doesn't want to let go of it because everything in your body tightens up and slows down when you have a lot of stress, except your heartbeat. Your heartbeat goes up, your blood pressure goes up. So let's just talk about alternative medicine right now. What are the components of alternative medicine, that you can use in your everyday life to live more holistically? So alternative medicine is used a lot as preventive type medicine. So alternative medicine does not replace conventional Western medicine, but instead helps you reduce how often you actually need to see the doctor. It just makes sense. If you're preventing things from coming on, then, you don't need to see your doctor as much. And I don't have anything against doctors. I just, don't want to go there if I don't have to. I guess the other part of that is, it doesn't replace that. And, when you start dealing with your stress, a lot of illnesses and chronic pain and all of that come from stress. And so in module 4, we talked a lot about, different ways that you can relieve your stress. And I would definitely highly recommend that for any kind of wellness protocol because stress is the underlying issue, the root cause of many, many, many illnesses. And so alternative medicine, as a preventive measure, it's a great way to take care of mild health issues and your general health and your wellness to, hopefully avoid any major need or any major illnesses from coming on. And it can help you, avoid frequent visits to your doctor. So some types of alternative eating or alternative medicine is eating a healthy diet, eating a clean diet. These are huge, huge, huge. When you get certain things out of your nutrition and out of your body, you're going to see your health improve. You're going to see how much easier it is for you to manage your stress and your wellness and your mental health, and everything about your life can shift when you change what you're eating. And I highly, highly recommend eating clean because we have toxins all around our environment, and most of them, many of them, we have no control of. But usually we do have control over what we eat. So we do want to try to eat clean, avoid, the processed food, the packaged food, the sugary foods, the foods that put you in stress mode, and the foods that make you feel bad, the foods that bring you down emotionally. You also want to be taking the right vitamins and supplements. Now, if you're someone who's been taking the same supplements year after year after year after year. It's probably time for you to reevaluate that and see if they're actually working for you and to see what you may need now, because our nutritional needs change every single second. And it is rampant in Western societies, especially America and Canada and North America, that people are low on certain vitamins, even though they're supplementing. And there's a lot of reasons for this, but one could be that if you take the same brand of a supplement for years and years, it stops working. It stops working because your body gets used to it and you're not really getting the nutrients that you need from it. And some supplements need other nutrients to work. You know, we have 76 different nutrients, that vital substances that we need. And some of those our body can make if we eat the right foods. And some of them, you know, we have to eat the right foods to bring those in. And so food, I believe, is always better than a supplement. But sometimes people are so deficient in, say, vitamin D or magnesium, vitamin C, zinc, and all of those deficiencies have signs and symptoms. And I'm very, very familiar with what they are. And the B vitamins too are it's super common for them to be low. And, you know, if you would like to have a supplement evaluation with me, I'd be happy to do that. I have more information about that on my website at, you know, Tami Roberts, Tami Roberts.com. But I'm not, you know, really trying to push that right now. I just want to make you aware that your nutritional needs are changing all the time. And I believe that food can provide all of your nutrition. However, our food is sometimes really contaminated. Our soil has been depleted of many of the minerals and nutrients that it once had. And so sometimes you need to supplement certain things for, I don't know, 30, 60, 90 days until you become sufficient in those, because you don't want too much of them either. You know, right now, a lot of people are packing down a lot of, you know, vitamin C and, you know, vitamin A and zinc, and it's possible that they could be taking too much. So sometimes the symptoms show up if you're taking too much or you're deficient. Sometimes those symptoms look almost the same. So anyway, I only like to maybe use supplements 30, 60, 90 days and then reevaluate and see if you can get all of the nutrition that you need through your food in order to sustain those levels. So hopefully that makes sense. I love using, you know, herbal remedies or essential oils for things like chronic pain or inflammation in the body. And inflammation in the body is many, many times it's caused by eating an unhealthy diet. Everything backs up to our gut. Everything pretty much is rooted in our gut. All of our body systems are connected, and it runs off the nutrition that is supplied through your gut, through what you eat and your supplements. And if there's dysfunction there, it's going to affect every system in your body. And inflammation is, you know, an immune response that, you know, if you cut yourself or something like that, you know, it might swell up a little bit. And, you know, all that is a natural immune response. But when your organs swell up inside, a lot of times it doesn't cause pain right away and we don't know it. And so it just, the inflammation never goes down. And that is not normal. That's chronic inflammation. And many, many times we can help that with making changes here and there in what you're eating. And sometimes, yes, we do need the right vitamins and the right minerals and maybe some other supplements to help that. Another thing that can cause a lot of inflammation is if your gallbladder has been removed. And gallbladder surgery, removal surgery, is one of the most common surgeries in North America. And it causes your fat to not be digested in the same way that it used to be when you had a gallbladder. Just going to go off on a little tangent right now about that. So anyway, let me stop sharing screen for a second because I just want to mention this because it's so important. So your gallbladder connects little tiny sac, it's much smaller than my hand, right underneath your liver. And so your liver sits on the right side of your body, like right under the bottom two rib bones. Some of it sticks out under that, but you got a little sac that sits there, and that's your gallbladder. And so every time you're eating fat, and this is all fat except for coconut oil does not work like this. Your gallbladder is what the little sac that your liver drips bile into. Your bile is created in your liver and it drips into your gallbladder. So your gallbladder just collects this bile. And every time you eat fat, the gallbladder squeezes out bile, enough bile into your, well, hopefully it's enough bile into your small intestine, the first part of your small intestine, so that when the fat gets there, it helps dissolve that fat. And so if you don't have your gallbladder, like I was discussing, that it's been removed, the liver is just constantly dripping the bile straight into your small intestine. So when you eat fat, yes, there is bile there, but it's not concentrated like it is when you have a gallbladder. And of course, if you eat too much fat, the bile is not going to be able to handle it. But anyway, back to not having the gallbladder, where the little drips of bile that are coming out of your liver are not enough most of the time to dissolve the fat that you're eating. And so this is a situation that I'm not sure if the doctors are telling people this or if it's common knowledge, but I just recently learned this. You know, I didn't really have a need to know it because I still have my gallbladder, but I'm running into lots and lots of people that don't. But what I learned is that every time someone without their gallbladder eats fat, which would include meats, butter, anything fat with fats, and even though coconut oil doesn't absorb this way, it still probably wouldn't hurt to do this. But what you want to do is take bile salts with every single meal. And I would just start out with, a small amount. They come in little capsules. And if you need help dosing it, I'd be happy to talk to you about that in the Facebook group. But start eating, especially if you're trying to lose weight, because if you're not creating enough bile, if you don't have enough bile in your small intestine, then that fat is not going to dissolve and it's going to end up in fat cells. It's going to end up in your fat cells, and you're going to find it extremely difficult to lose weight. And I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's extremely difficult. And if you start taking those bile salts, the fats that you eat are going to be dissolved and they're going to be excreted like they're supposed to be. So just a little tangent there. I may be talking more about that, but if you do have questions, just let me know in the Facebook group. Okay. Let's go back to share screen. Where were we? Okay, so I think that's enough for right now on inflammation. Exercise is a type of alternative medicine. And when I'm talking about exercise, I'm usually not talking about strenuous aerobics or CrossFit or these boot camps where people go to and they just, especially a lot of the people that I work with, they're stressed and they have, I'm not going to diagnose and say they have, adrenal fatigue, but they're extremely stressed is all I'm going to say. And their adrenals are working overtime. And so doing some kind of a strenuous exercise like that is really only going to make that worse. It'll be exasperated. And, we're trying to calm people down. We're trying to calm ourselves down. And doing the strenuous exercise like that is probably not going to be the best thing to start out with. So I'm just saying walking, yoga, jumping on a rebounder, the little trampolines, easy things for a minute or two, dancing around your living room, 2-3 minutes a day if you're just starting, and build that up to where you're at 15-20 minutes a day. And even if you space that out where it's 5 minutes here, like say you eat your meal and then you go for a 5-minute walk. Next meal, 5-minute walk. Next meal, 10-minute walk. And so right there, you've got your 20 minutes a day. So you're just really looking to build up to about 30 minutes a day of movement. And that's really what I'm talking about with exercise. And this is a type of alternative medicine. So some alternative medicine techniques for the body. These are not only for your body, but they're going to have some mental health benefits also, which is awesome. And again, they include exercise, massage, movement. For example, if you have chronic pain, maybe you will, see a chiropractor and get an adjustment. Or for stress-related, physical issues, you may want to get a massage, or seek help from an osteopathic physician, see what can be done. I know that a couple of months ago, I was so stressed and I felt like I was so used to it, even though I knew I was stressed. But I went to get a massage and she worked on my neck and in between my shoulders and right up in here. I mean, she spent about a half hour of the massage just undoing the knots that I had up there. And she's like, oh my gosh, girl, you need to get back in here in 2 weeks. I need to do this again. I was like, you're probably right. But it just so happened that they were booked up. So I got booked like a month later. And it brought to my awareness, even though I was kind of aware of it, it brought to my definite awareness that, okay, I need to manage this every day. I need to manage this every day. And that was a couple of months ago, where I started walking every day after my meals and getting sunshine and getting out in nature because, it happens to everyone. So, include gentle forms of exercise. If you want to maybe join, an easygoing yoga class, because I know yoga can be very, very strenuous. Some of the advanced techniques and the movements and things, and you kind of have to get used to it. And, Tai Chi is wonderful. And Tai Chi is a type of exercise that incorporates your mind, body, and spirit. And what I like most about Tai Chi is that you don't have to sit on the floor. And at the end of it, you definitely feel like you worked out. And, even sometimes, even after 20 or 30 minutes of Tai Chi, I can feel it on my adrenal glands, and I can tell that it's exhausting me. So, you start slowly. Start slowly. I can't recommend that enough. And sometimes you just want to do some stretches, just some easy going stretches. Just put your arms up and move them around and just twist a little bit. And even if you're sitting at your desk, like I used to be able to sit at my desk for 8 to 10 hours straight, practically with barely ever getting up. And, it took a toll on my stress levels and my weight and a lot of different things. But, I recommend that you at least stand up once an hour, even if you just stand up, pivot around in a circle a couple of times, and just do some stretches and some breathing. This will just turn a lot of things around, and you're not going to feel that exhaustion. Your energy's not going to crash, and your mind's going to get clear. The brain fog will clear up. So some alternative medicine for the mind. You may struggle with stress, anxiety, depression, lack of energy, or brain fog. These are just some of the many issues. There are many others. The things that can really help as far as under the alternative medicine umbrella are meditation, visualization. Visualization is when you just sit quietly and you visualize how you want your life to be. You visualize maybe being in a peaceful, beautiful environment, like you visualize yourself sitting on a beach and you hear the waves coming in and see the colors and the birds, and that's visualization. You see it in your mind's eye. Cognitive behavior therapy, this is where you start noticing different things that are around you and different things that are triggering you. And you start deciding ahead of time when this happens, how you're going to handle it. And so that way, if and when it does happen, you have a different response than you used to, and you're able to respond and not just react and panic and anxiety and start screaming and yelling or whatever. That you already anticipated this situation, and I'm not talking about worrying about things that might happen in the future. I'm talking about things that come up often in your life and you're not dealing with it well. And so just plan it out on how you're going to deal with this if and when it ever happens again. Maybe you're just going to say, okay, I'm going to take a time out for a minute and just breathe. And you might be thinking that I'm just talking ridiculous stuff, but if you know that you always run for the pack of cookies after you spent time with so-and-so, just get it in your mind, get it in your plan that I'm not going to do that anymore because I'm hurting myself. I'm not hurting them or anyone else. And those cookies are not bringing me the peace and the happiness and the joy that I'm looking for. And so you want to, make a plan of what is going to make you feel better without cookies. And so it could be, that after you see so and so and and you're feeling upset, that you're going to go walk in nature for 10 or 15 minutes. You're just going to breathe in the colors and the aromas and, smell everything around you. Or maybe you're going to put on some music and dance around your living room. I mean, that's what I'm talking about here. This is alternative medicine. Mindfulness, okay, all through the 5 modules, we've been talking about mindfulness. And this is really basically just when you become aware of what's going on, you're self-aware, you're mindful of what you're eating, you're mindful of, the things that you need to do to be able to keep your peace. And journaling, you wouldn't think that journaling is considered an alternative medicine, but journaling is so beneficial for your mind and your emotional and mental health. While none of this is meant to replace mental illness care from a licensed therapist or a counselor, these are some things that can ease your symptoms, in between your therapy sessions, or when you have high amounts of stress, if you have unhealthy coping mechanisms, or just, if you just want general mental health improvements. That's what this is about. It's the baby steps. It's the little things that you can do. So using essential oils on a daily basis, essential oils have been a big part of people living more sustainably and focusing on holistic and natural lifestyle. But instead of just using them for special circumstances, like when you have a bad anxiety attack or, help with a skin condition, consider these ways that you can use them on a daily basis. So you can use them every day in your cleaning and deodorizing. Think about how often you use products in your home with added chemicals and artificial ingredients. Lemon essential oil, is perfect for deodorizing different spaces in your home and adding to your natural cleaning products, for a bit of scent in your home. And it smells clean and fresh and just really nice. Lemon oil can also, kill some bacteria. So it's great to add it to your all-purpose cleaners, if you're using that in a natural way. I do want to say one thing about if you are adding it to your cleaning products, you want to test certain surfaces like wood floors, marble, granite. You don't want to ruin those surfaces, but anyway, just try it out. Boost your energy. Essential oils can give you super boost of energy in your mood. Certain essential oils give you a natural boost of energy. Citrus essential oils like orange, lemon, grapefruit, bergamot, they're just a great place to start. And we have essential oil experts in our Facebook group. If you want to throw out a question and see how they respond, there could be some other ones that blends or something like that they feel are better. But these are a great place to start. Just put a few drops in an essential oil diffuser in the morning, during your morning routine, and you just get yourself off to a nice boost of energy for the day. You may also want to try something a bit stronger on days that you're extra sleepy, such as maybe peppermint. So essential oils can help you relax and reduce stress. several essential oils that can help you reduce stress and relax your mind and your body. Think of relaxing scents, and other self-care products, as a guide to which essential oils will help you with relaxing. If you look at other products, many of these include, lavender, rose, chamomile, sweet orange, and there's many, many, many blends. Um, just play with it, experiment, see what works for you. They're soothing, they reduce stress and anxiety, and, they're amazing for your hair and your skin growth. Not your skin growth, sorry. Oh, boy. They're amazing for your skin and your hair growth as well. I mean, you can just take them and massage them into your scalp, massage them all over your face, but of course you don't want to get them in your eyes, your hands. And of course I showed you earlier that you can, in module 4, I think it was, you can put a drop of essential oil in your palm, warm it up, and then just cup your hands over your face, just breathe it for a minute, and you're just gonna say, wow, feel totally different. And so reducing inflammation, some of the essential oils that are great for this are, and this is topical use, this would be tea tree oil, lavender, frankincense, bergamot, Roman chamomile. They're excellent at reducing inflammation and to help you with pain and muscle cramping. So maybe you're getting some leg cramps and you can just take the bottle, dip it like that, get the oil in your fingertips and just, rub it into your calf maybe, and just, let it soak in. It really helps. And topically, again, on top of your skin. Although most essential oils, if they're high quality, they're definitely safe to take internally, but for inflammation, you probably want to put them on the spot that's hurting. So for pain and inflammation, try adding, a few drops of these oils to maybe your bath water with some Epsom salts. And you can buy this already mixed up, but Epsom salts are not expensive. And so you just put some Epsom salts, maybe a cup of Epsom salts into your bathtub water and add some, I don't know, I'd say like 10 drops of lavender in there, and maybe some chamomile. Swish it around, mix it up, and then just soak in there and breathe. Just breathe for, 10, 15 minutes and rinse off, and you're going to feel completely different. You'll be so relaxed, and you're going to be helping the inflammation in your body because the Epsom salt actually provides magnesium directly into your skin, which your skin is your largest, it's the first layer of defense in your immune system. And so it helps to reduce that inflammation and the chronic inflammation, and plus it just makes your muscles relaxed, and it's adding some magnesium through that channel and makes you feel so much better. So natural remedies for chronic pain. Well, we just talked about inflammation, which can lead to chronic pain. So if you're someone that suffers with chronic pain and you're well aware of how devastating it can be. So unlike acute pain, where you get an occasional headache or a knee pain, chronic pain is almost constant and continues over a long period of time. Now, a long period of time, I'm talking months, years, long period of time. So before looking at harsh medications and drugs to relieve your pain, try some natural remedies. That's what I would suggest, because most of the time the drugs only cover up the symptoms and they're not really getting to the root causes of the pain, which in functional medicine, if you watched my other videos and things, you already know that we're all about getting to the root cause of what's causing that pain. What can we do at the root level to influence that in a positive way? So some of the essential oils like lavender, there are many essential oils that can be great for chronic pain, but one of the most popular is lavender. Lavender is, one of the least expensive ones, and it has the most versatility and use. It's, has a light, pleasing scent, and in addition, it can help you relieve chronic pain. It's calming. Lavender can help with relaxing, stress reducing, and helping with anxiety. I mean, there's just so many benefits to lavender. And like I said, it's inexpensive. And so you can just use it for so many things. It's also great if chronic pain is keeping you from getting a good night's sleep, because lavender is one of those things that you can put a drop under your pillow and can actually help you sleep better and stop insomnia, help you be able to get to sleep. And again, if you just cup your hands with it in there and breathe it in, you'll be asleep in no time. You can rub it on your temples, across your forehead. You can actually diffuse it in your bedroom. So there's a lot of uses for lavender. Next one I want to talk about is willow bark. Willow bark has been used to help reduce inflammation for hundreds of years, as it contains an element called salicin, which is similar to the effects of aspirin. And not only can you use it to help with chronic pain, but you can also use it to help reduce a fever. Although I do want to say right here, if you need medical attention, just get medical attention. You don't want to mess around if it's, something like that. But a fever is usually a sign that your body's trying to release some kind of something that's contaminating it. Your body's trying to get rid of it, trying to sweat it out. And, but it can also, help with that to reduce the fever. You can find willow bark in different forms, including capsules, liquids, as well as, dried herbs that you can use for teas. Turmeric. Oh, everyone's probably heard about turmeric, the golden yellow magical powder. Turmeric helps for reducing swelling and inflammation. A lot of pain comes from inflammation in the body, including, with osteoarthritis and other forms of arthritis. Turmeric can be found in powder and in capsule form. And so it's really easy for us to get our hands on. A lot of the recipes that I provide have turmeric in them, but, of course you can see that it's a yellow golden powder. And so if you're using the yellow powder type, then it stains everything it touches. So when you're cooking with it, you want to make sure you don't spill any of it or do anything like that. And turmeric does not have a taste, but it turns everything that you're cooking a little bit yellow. So just warning you about that if you've never cooked with it. You can also buy the turmeric root, and you can keep it in your freezer wrapped in wax paper and then covered in plastic. And so it looks almost like a ginger root, except for, it's yellow, it has more yellow. And you just peel off what you need and you can shave it right off into your foods, into your smoothies. Can be found in a powder, a capsule form, and it's readily available. So fish oil, omega-3s. Fish oil has natural anti-inflammatory properties, and it can help you tremendously when you're dealing with chronic pain. It's a natural anti-inflammatory supplement that many people use, to help with various types of chronic pain. Now, this is one of those supplements that I recommend that you do change brands, maybe every 90 days, every 6 months or so, because I personally like the liquid ones because they come with some vitamin A and D in them, and they're just, I feel like they're more absorbable, because the thing with supplements is that if they hit your stomach and your stomach acid just dissolves them, they never get to the small intestine. The small intestine is where they're actually, your body assimilates them, and, through your liver, and then, they never get to your bloodstream, put it that way. So the other eating cold water fish like salmon, sardines, things like that, they'll also provide you with fish oil. So a lot of people, have it in their routine to eat salmon once or twice a week. And I know there's a lot of what are called diet protocols that they call for salmon every 3 days. It's what one doctor I know recommends, just so that you get those omega-3s from a more natural source. But, he also recommends some supplements on that, especially when you're first starting out. But I talked about supplements earlier. You want to make sure that you're taking very, very high quality, because there's a lot of fish that are farm raised, and, they're contaminated, and you don't want fish oil from those sources. So if you need help finding a clean source of fish oil, just ask me in the Facebook group and I'll be happy to give you some recommendations. Exercise and movement. This affects every area of our life. It affects our gene expression, whether our genes go into effect, either whether they express negatively or positively, depends on your movement and your exercise. And you may not want to hear this, but exercise can actually help you a great deal if you're suffering from chronic pain. Now, I am not talking about beating yourself up at the gym. You don't want to do this, any strenuous exercise, if you have back or knee pain. But gentle exercises like stretching and walking can do wonders for you. And if you're not able to walk, maybe you need to do some swimming or something where there's less pressure on your joints and your back. And if you can't even get out of bed or get out of your chair easily, you can stretch your arms, maybe stretch your legs, maybe add over time, just add some light resistance, and just start building up those muscles again, because if your muscles become weak, you're actually going to suffer more pain. So some natural ways to get more energy. Living a more holistic lifestyle means getting rid of the extras in your life that you don't need. Oh my gosh. Amen to this. This might mean reducing stimulants like caffeine or what you add into your coffee. Oh my goodness. I used to do the double espresso with, I don't even know how many packs of sugar. I would just keep pouring it in, which I relied on. I mean, I drug myself out of bed to get this because I thought that was my energy. And, I thought it was what was keeping me going. And maybe it was at that time. I don't know, not anymore. So here are some ways that you can boost your energy in natural ways. Start your day with water. Drink a glass of plain water or water with lemon first thing in the morning to hydrate. You've been sleeping all night. You're dehydrated. Get some water. I drink 20 ounces of water when I first wake up with some lemon in it. This is a wonderful way to get some natural energy without ever having caffeine. And it helps you to be able to reduce the amount of caffeine that you have during the day. So if caffeine is one of the things that you feel is helping you go into stress mode more easily and you want to get rid of it, drinking lemon water throughout the day is not going to hurt you and it's actually going to give you energy. If you're dehydrated, it leads to fatigue, meaning that you get sleepy during the day. You get that afternoon crash. Many people jump right into having coffee in the morning, but if you were to drink a tall glass of water when you wake up, you might find that, you get enough energy for your morning tasks, and that over time, or maybe even that day, you just realize I really don't even need my coffee. I don't even really want it. And so that's kind of one of those things that you want to think about. Is this something that I'm mindful of, my coffee, or is it just a habit? So get in the routine of more exercise, get in more. So it might sound counterintuitive, but exercise in the morning will actually give you a nice boost of energy. Now, I'm not talking about killing yourself in the morning, because if you work out too hard and you have trouble recovering, it is not going to boost your energy. You're going to be exhausted the whole day. So you want to go easy. You want to start slow, start very slow, just maybe 1-2 minutes, and just see how you do. Exercise releases your endorphins. These are happy chemicals in your brain, during your workout. And so you're just going to elevate your mood and feel better. It puts you in a good mood, which can also give you a quick boost of some adrenaline. Not too much adrenaline, but it'll give you some energy. This carries, into more energy to get you through the day without using caffeine and other stimulants. So improve your sleep habits. Sleeping is definitely one of the pillars of functional nutrition that we look at. You've got to be sleeping, you've got to be pooping, and your blood sugar needs to be in balance. So when you improve your sleep habits, if you keep waking up extremely tired, or if you have trouble getting through the day without stimulants, it might be from poor sleeping habits. So think about your sleep hygiene and whether you have healthy sleep habits. Get ready for bed about an hour before you intend to go to sleep. So if you want to go to sleep if you want to go to bed at 9, shut everything down about 8. Maybe turn off all your electronics, turn off the TV, start your essential oil diffuser. plan on just maybe reading a book for a minute or a few minutes, writing in your journal, meditating for a few minutes, just closing your eyes and just being silent, and maybe sipping on maybe some herbal tea that's got some maybe got some ashwagandha or some other adaptogens in it, and just bring your body into a calm, peaceful state. And make your bedroom and the place that you sleep as comfortable as possible, and make it dark, 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 because your melatonin will start working if the room is dark. So no TVs in the bedroom, no electronics, nothing that's really going to disturb your natural ability to sleep. And so I know I shouldn't even bring this up, but the thought just came to my mind, so I'm going to tell a little story. I have an ex-boyfriend that used to have CNN running in his bedroom 24 hours a day. Even when he went to work, he would still have the TV playing CNN. So not only was the negativity pumping in, but the EMF waves from the TV were cranking in the room. There was light, there was just noise and distractions and yada, yada, yada. But anyway, I never actually saw that, but when he told me that, I already knew. Red flag, ain't gonna happen. I'm done here. Because I kept thinking, he's got that, I want to say, junk going in his mind all night long. No wonder he's got a negative outlook on everything. But anyways, sorry, popped in my mind, and I probably shouldn't have said it, but there you go, get a little story. But no TV in the bedroom. You want it to be a peaceful, quiet sanctuary. Maybe some essential oils on the sheets, make them soft and comfortable, nice pillows, whatever makes you feel just amazing. Make your bedroom like your sanctuary. This is where you go to get your peace and quiet and your sleep. Sleep is critical in any kind of a healing protocol, in any kind of a wellness protocol. When you're getting amazing sleep, everything's better. So again, get necessary nutrients from your food. Make sure you're eating a healthy diet with lots of vitamins and minerals. The nutrients to ensure that you're getting proper energy include iron, creatinine, vitamin B12, and vitamin D. Make sure you're getting the adequate amounts. You can get these nutrients from your food, but you may have to take supplements to get your levels up to the sufficient levels so that you can maintain that with food. And I love this picture because do you notice what it shows? Eating the rainbow. Yeah, I always talk about that you need to eat the rainbow. You need to eat colorful foods every day. It's awesome to be able to get red foods in every day, green foods for your heart area. You want blue or purple foods. You want, red or orange foods. You want yellow foods. You need to incorporate all the colors of the rainbow into your diet, and do this every single day. You need to have something of all the colors every day. And I have a special tracking sheet that's just for colors. And I use this with people that are not getting enough diversity in their diet, is what I call it. And so it helps them too. And it looks so much more appealing, right? When something's colorful instead of eating the same old thing every single day. You want the color and you want it to look like creative artwork. It just makes you happy so that when you're focused on it and you're eating, it's going to make you feel better. You eat the rainbow. So skip the refined sugary carbs. I don't think that I need to tell you anymore, tell you more about this, but in case you're not familiar with my programs, refined carbohydrates, they make you feel sleepy and they lower your energy levels and crash afterwards. So if you're in a situation where you can't avoid refined carbs, save them to dinner time, because maybe they'll help you just maybe be a little more restful in the evenings. Of course, if you're trying to manage your weight and your blood sugar, you just want to skip them. But if you absolutely can't avoid them, eat them at dinner time. Okay. Why grounding is essential for living naturally. Grounding, also known as earthing, is the way to connect more with nature. When you're grounding, you're typically touching physically with the earth's surface, like sand at the beach, the ocean, dirt. You can just use the grass in your yard. It's an amazing part of living naturally, and it's so easy to do. So, understanding what grounding is. Grounding is often called earthing because you are spending more time with direct physical contact with the earth. And it doesn't have to be with your feet. It could be, even though that's the most common to walk barefoot, but it could be with your hands or any part of your skin, but it does have to be skin because there are, if you have synthetic soles on your shoes, that blocks that energy. So there are shoes that have leather soles that do not block that energy. And then there are what are called earthing shoes that let the energy come through. So even when you're walking with those, the energy will come through. But, things like concrete will block it. And, you have to be like actually on the dirt, in the grass, in contact with the real part of the earth, not something surface over it. So anytime that your skin touches the earth, you start enveloping the earth's negatively charged electrons. This happens a lot at the beach too, because there's negative ions, coming off the ocean and the water and the sand. And when you absorb those and envelope those negatively charged electrons, it's a way for you to relax, reduce anxiety, reduce stress, and improve your body systems. Your body actually goes into better balance and harmony when you're in touch with the earth. It's incredibly amazing. And there's a link in our Facebook group, Functional Medicine Blood Sugar Masters, that has, if you do a search on either grounding or earthing, there's a link to a documentary that you can watch on YouTube if you're interested in this. And it's about maybe an hour and 15 minutes, and you can watch it for free on YouTube. The link's in the Facebook group, and it goes into great detail on why grounding and earthing is so beneficial. But let's just talk about a few of them here. The benefits of grounding. Reduces your stress and your tension. One of the top benefits that people get from earthing or grounding is reducing stress and tension and relieving their anxiety. I mean, I can feel my whole body shift when I'm doing this. It helps you with your circulation. So the negatively charged electrons of the earth can also improve your circulation and even reduce inflammation in your body. Isn't that amazing? You feel centered. You want to feel more centered and in control. Try grounding. Get outside, walk in the grass without shoes on, and almost instantly everything shifts and it makes you feel so much better. And, there probably is some science behind it, but I just know that it works and it works almost immediately. I mean, it's kind of wild how simple alternative medicine can be and how fantastic everything is right in front of us that we need to take care of ourselves. It can improve your balance. Many people have also found that grounding improves their balance. It has a way of balancing out your entire body and improving your strength and your footing. I mean, it's incredible. So some easy ways to add grounding to your life. Going outside barefoot, of course. You want to do this safely. Check the area first before you take your shoes off. I live in an area that has a lot of red ants that will eat you up. So you want to make sure that you're not walking on, any ants or anything that's going to bite you. Just want to make sure the ground is clear of anything like that. Some different areas to go barefoot include the grass, directly in the dirt or in the sand at the beach. I mean, get the sand between your toes. If you're going camping, ditch your shoes. And, when you find a bare spot of ground that looks safe to stand on, just take off your shoes. If you're hiking, just take a break and take off your hiking boots for a minute. Although, probably walking in the woods hiking, you're already going to be grounded. So you may not need more of it, but in case you do, just take a break, take off those boots, soak them in a cold stream. I mean, it's incredible. And you can just put your feet on the bottom of the stream and in the water, and you'll be connected with the earth's energy. And you can also, submerge your body in natural forms of water, such as a lake or an ocean. As well as just lying in the grass at a park. And no, you don't have to be naked. You can just have your feet down, or if you're wearing shorts, have it down. Or even if you have, sometimes a cotton sheet or something that the energy will come through, that's probably fine too. I actually even have some sheets for my bed that are called grounding sheets. They're 100% cotton with little thin threads of silver going through them. Like you can see the silver, but you can't feel it when you're laying on them. But the silver helps conduct those negative ions so that when I'm sleeping in between these sheets, I'm grounding myself. And so when I wake up in the morning, I'm completely centered and grounded because I've been sleeping with them all night. It's totally amazing, but I don't feel like it's as good as just getting outside and walking in the grass for even 1 minute. It's amazing. These are easy ways to get in some grounding. You can relax and, live a more natural lifestyle. Try being one with nature and the earth. So thank you so much. Be sure to download the guides for each module. There's more information in those. And be sure to watch the bonus that I did on activated charcoal. It's a mini masterclass that I made that just has all the benefits of natural charcoal. That's if you're interested more in, alternative medicine. But if you do have any questions about anything that I've said in any of the modules, do go to my, Facebook group, Functional Medicine Blood Sugar Masters. And that's a wrap. Thank you for attending the Holistic Living course. Love, laugh, holistic living. I hope you got some great ideas and little things that you can do to make some big changes. Keep in touch, and if you enjoyed the course, please tell your friends. Thank you so much. I really had fun doing this, and I hope you enjoyed it.